welcome to Wake Up Call. It's your boy Cloudboy Bales, and we about to get it poppin'. Anyways, today's sports topics, I'm gonna talk about the Bucks' recent success, as well as the Wisconsin Badgers basketball team and Brewers spring training. But before I get to all the topics, I wanted to give a shout out. Of course, I go to the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire, and our sports teams have been dominating. Last night, 2 big wins for the girls and the guys team. The girls team knocked off. They were the number 3 seed, and they beat the number 2 seeded Lacrosse on a game winner by our best player with 5 seconds left to go. So that was pretty spectacular for her. So they're moving on to the championship game. And it happens to be that Whitewater lost too, and they were expected to go and be in the tournament and be really good. They were a really good team, and Oshkosh beat them, so we get to host. So, big opportunity. Also, the men's team knocked off Platteville. Yes, that I know, it's pretty crazy. They'll be heading to Oshkosh. So it's basically Eau Claire versus Oshkosh for the men and the girls this weekend on Saturday. The game for the girls is at 4 o'clock, and the game for the guys is at Oshkosh at 9 p.m. So, should be some pretty good games. The winner gets an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament, of course. And, of course, I'm going to obviously get right to everything else. Also, good luck to the men's and women's hockey teams today. The women take on Stevens Point today and tomorrow, and the men take on Superior today and tomorrow. So just gotta wish them the good luck that we all need. Anyways, moving on. Let's talk about the Bucks. Recent success has been really great. Obviously, the last time I talked, we were talking about how this team is going to really have to play hard in this next month. They just clinched playoffs, of course, which is a big deal. The fastest team to ever do it in NBA history. So congrats to them. I know it's pretty crazy that even with the Warriors, who had the best record in NBA history, we clinched faster. Still do not believe they will get 70 wins, but I'm really proud of this team for doing whatever they can to get the wins. They had 3 big wins the last time we had a conversation. First one was against Philadelphia at home. Absolutely fantastic win on a primetime network. It was a good win, good statement win for Giannis and the Bucks. Joel Embiid looked really not so good in this game, I'd say. He was really held. The last 2 games against the Bucks, he was really held to score really bad scoreless. Ben Simmons left that game early. He's going to be gone for a long time. Embiid's also injured, apparently. Injured his shoulder. He'll be out for a week. So the Sixers are kind of in a pickle, so big surprise. The second win was a big overtime win against the Washington Wizards on the road. Washington, I don't know why we struggle against them. We struggle to play good defense against them. I respect Bradley Beal. He put up 53 points. The first meeting he put up 48. The second he put up 53. So, all-star snub confirmed. That dude is outstanding. That dude is literally trying to get his team to win. The Bucks actually really had that game, and Giannis ended up getting fouled out, and Beal just went off in the final minute. We were up by, I think, 12 points with 3 minutes left, and they just came right back and tied the game. And thankfully, we got a Robin Lopez put that game to overtime, and then Middleton, shoot. Speaking of which, Middleton's been outstanding. He's playing like he deserves that money. I'm just gonna say that. He's just having himself a year. He's putting up 50, 40, 90 numbers. You just understand it. He's the player that we expected him to be. For the last 2 years, he hasn't literally lived up to his potential, but he's just been so good this year for us. I congratulate him. This is one of his best years yet. I'm really happy for him. I'm really happy we gave him another chance. That's what I'm gonna say. And then the next one was against Toronto. That was a back-to-back game, so that was pretty huge. But a win in Toronto with Drake in attendance, hands down. I salute you. Man, this is what a great win. Another game but Giannis only was held to like 19 points, 19 rebounds, but everyone else seemed to really fed their share. Middleton especially, he's just been coming alive, and he's really, honestly, he's been the best player out of this entire team so far in this last 2 weeks. There's no one shooting better than him, clearly. It's crazy how good he is this year. Hopefully he does not lose his momentum and plays like the crappy Middleton that we saw in the playoffs last year. So I don't see that right now because he's just been really killing it. So good for him. Tonight they face OKC at home. OKC is the biggest surprise of the season. I would have never suspected them. Everyone thought that this was going to be a rebuild season for OKC. Last time we played them, it was a wild game. Bucks ended up squeaking out a win. One of the wildest games I probably watched in November. And OKC, they're actually looking to sweep them for the first time since 2008. Korver's out again. Giannis was actually on the injury report with a back injury, but it said he was probable to play, so he should probably be in. It's not a bad thing. Anyways, that's that. So, this team just looks to be ridiculously good, and we still haven't even cracked the 10 losses. So even if they lost today, they'd be at 9 losses. So, but obviously my prediction is they should win today if they defend the perimeter, and if they play good defense, they should win today. To be honest with you, OKC's offense has just been outstanding. I did not expect them to be that good. Obviously you got Steven Adams, and then you got Danilo Gallinari, Chris Paul, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Who else? Dennis Schroeder off the bench. Nerlens Noel. They're a great team. I would have never expected them. They're the 6th seed right now in the West. They're the biggest surprise. Everyone thought they were going to be in rebuilding mode, but hey, it just turns out, what a great trade for their team. What a great trade. It didn't, obviously Westbrook and George, are great, but it really ended up working out, so congratulations. All right, of course I spent a lot of time talking about Bucks and my school, but let's talk about Badgers real quick. A big win last night against Michigan. Demetric Trice had I think 28 points or something like that. Even though he could not really play defense against Michigan point guard Xavier Simpson, who I think is really good. Don't blame me. It was really, no one from Michigan was really doing anything other than that guy. So I congratulate Wisconsin for getting a huge win on the road. They got 3 more games left. Obviously, this was the last of their February games. They have 2 more home games on the road. They play against Minnesota at home, which should be a win. Northwestern at home, which should be a blowout because Northwestern is the biggest embarrassment in our conference this year. And then Indiana on the road, but personally, Wisconsin is playing a lot better than what they have. I thought this year was going to be a complete bust after the first month, but Greg Gard has turned it around, so I congratulate him. I really do. So this should be really fantastic. So finally, spring training for the Brewers. They play the Dodgers today. They've looked okay. They're 3-2. I don't really watch spring training, but it's really more of a thing to just watch your team dominate and do whatever. The first pitch should be thrown by 2:05. It's just basic. I'm not I just let it go. It's whatever. You got to keep doing what you got to keep doing. So, yeah, hopefully this Brewer team looks good. Obviously, I'm going to get more insight on them later on in later on in the month. So we'll see how that goes. Other games that are coming up, of course, I said Bucks play Thunder at home tonight. Tip-off is 7:10. Tomorrow, the Marquette hosts 13th ranked Seton Hall Pirates. Big game for them. And tonight, the Wild are facing the Blue Jays on the road. And then the Blackhawks will be facing the Panthers on the road tomorrow. And then Wisconsin plays Minnesota pretty soon. They play them on the 1st, so that's actually in 2 days. So anyways, that's my update. Got to give a shout out to my Blue Golds. Roll Golds. Let's get some victories tonight for the hockey team and this weekend for the basketball teams. And the hockey team again, but we'll see how they do. Just got to always keep rolling on. So this is Cloudboy Bales. This was Wake Up Call. See you next Friday.